Hey guys.
Here's Bruce and Clinton, the founder of Simply for Life, and today we have a treat, an authentic Italian cake.
Yes. You said the cake, so hence the Italian music. We love Italian music, and of course I love cake. So again, at Simply for Life, it's really about making these right choices, the great ingredients. So we're going to show you tonight a great recipe that can be swapped into so many different flavors. We're going to do Bruce's favorite tonight. Your flavor is?
And this comes from the all-time best-selling book, the Silver Spoon. It's a big red book. It was published in 1950, which we adore home. And of course with our travel in Italy. But this is a traditional olive oil lemon cake recipe. And it has tremendous nutritional value. So this is one that I really want to emphasize, that if you're going to make yourself a treat, don't budge, go with the best ingredients. So most of our ingredients here are organic, but it's a simple cake, very easy to make. So Clinton's going to start with mixing the flour. Well, what we have is 2 cups of organic whole wheat.
Organic white unbleached flour.
Thank you, yes.
Yeah, unbleached white flour. So that, organic cane sugar are the dry ingredients. Then what else? What we have
half a teaspoon of...
We will provide the recipe, but we've got baking soda.
Yep.
Ooh.
1 teaspoon of...
baking powder.
And a full teaspoon of Himalayan salt.
Himalayan salt. So we're going to mix that. I'm going to mix this with here just to... Now we're not fancy. We're not sifting the flour. I know bakers out there are going to go, oh, you're going to sift the flour. You know,
this is for you.
We've made this cake many a times before. We never sifted. It still comes out really good. So no complaints here. So we've mixed the dry. Bruce is going to handle the wet stuff. There you go.
So for wet stuff, 3 real pastured organic eggs locally. All right, there we go. 1 cup and a third of whole milk organic.
So whole milk. So at least, so don't skimp on the 2% or the 1% or the skim milk. Why is that skim milk?
Skim milk is the white pop, right?
The white pop, yes.
And then olive oil, because this is an olive oil cake, and it's our SFL olive oil, which is extremely high in polyphenol. So there we go. We got 1 cup.
So typically a cake would be, you'd have either canola, some other oil, some butter, things like that, but the olive oil is
and then a cup and a third and some extra because we love our olive oil. The week is not even done. This is our 2nd bottle of olive oil. Religiously, if you know any of our friends, they will tell you we consume olive oil every day and at night. It's in our smoothies. So the zest of lemon, you know, it has it has a power punch of flavor, but also a power punch of nutrients. It's really good for cancer prevention, for bad breath. If anybody of you has bad breath, there you go, lemon zest. So 3 tablespoons.
So we're kicking it up a little bit. Recipe usually calls for 2. But if you like more, you know, amp up the flavor and stuff like that. It's not a big deal to go a little bit over.
And then
oh, the juice.
The juice of a lemon. I'll give you a little trick. These are kind of fairly good sized lemon, organic of course. And always wash your lemon, whether they're organic or not, the skin.
So it calls for 2 tablespoons of that.
So 2 tablespoons is about a third of a lemon.
A big lemon. This is a big one. So usually they've been coming in, they've been really small, but this week they've been super big lemons. So put that in there. Love it. Now in these, like we said, we're doing a lemon flavor. But you can do all sorts of flavoring. So just to give you an idea, so we could have gone the chocolate route and had replaced, not put any lemon and put some cocoa powder. You could do a vanilla cake. You could do just anything you want really. So you could do plain, use some peanut butter in there, lemon, orange, you name it, chocolate chip. But lemon is this time of year with some good, we're having blueberries with it. So wait till it's finished. Bruce has an amazing recipe for you.
And it's the simplicity. And again, why the French and the Europeans, they have chocolate cake or cake and it's joie de vivre, and here's the sin. Well, it has a lot to do with the ingredients and of course our lifestyle, but nobody says you cannot have your cake and eat it. So I think this recipe is just to really showcase that you can have something that's healthy, has nutritional value, Am I saying this to have? Am I saying to have this for breakfast? No. But one thing that I think you've witnessed, and everybody knows me, I'm not big on salad. Nothing against salad, but the idea of having a salad to eat healthy, great. But for me, I'm just not big into salad. I like meals, whole food meals, and I like the infusion. Right now, the smell of the zest is like...
Really good. And this is really good. We've made it, like we said a few times, and it's, when Bruce says you shouldn't have it for breakfast, I would usually have it for breakfast.
Actually, you did.
I did have it for breakfast. So it was really good because it was cold, the flavor put together. Because sometimes you notice when you eat something and it's really hot, it doesn't have a lot of taste. Like you're searing your taste buds. So it's like, it's not a lot of flavor, but the next day or when it's cooled down, the flavor comes out. The same thing with this. So he set it up, the batter, that's it. You could have used like an electric mixer, but hey, get a little exercise.
I like to do things by hand.
So things by hand. So we've got 2 9-inch pans. And this, guys, you could do a cake, you could do cupcakes, you could put it in smaller tins. So this makes 2 beautiful 9-inch cakes that you could layer. We like to have, you know, we like to share. We usually just have one and then share with our friends. We're going to bring it to our employees at work, but
with olive oil.
So we've greased it with olive oil, and then Bruce is going to separate them both out evenly. Woo. And it's yellow. Look at the color of it. Our olive oil is just amazing. And then the lemon in there, delicious. And wait, the oven is hot.
And especially right now, I mean, if you're gonna make a cake, it's full of sugar, refined carbohydrate, toxic chemicals in there, and it attacks your immune system. The difference is that it won't tax your immune system, it will stimulate it.
Now the good fats that you put in, so that's really important. You always tell us about having, make sure you've got fats when you're having sugars and flours, and why is that?
Well, first of all, it won't spike your glucose to go through the roof. So we have 1 cup of sugar, we got flour into this, but we're not gonna eat a whole cake. That, as you can tell, is gonna make 2 servings, and we're gonna make the frosting out of Greek yogurt, and again, the zest of lemon. This cannot be more simple than this. The lemon zest. There we go.
I'll clean that. Oh, there we go.
Beautiful. So the lemon zest, again, on the recipe you'll see a cup, but I like to wing it.
I like more frosting. Hint, hint.
So, so the lemon zest, and I like to let it sit overnight usually, but now because we're doing this for you guys, preferably you can do it overnight because it really will have a punch if you like that lemony, that enhanced flavor.
And this is soft, so usually, typically, you've got frostings are made with butter, powdered sugar, all these different things. There's different variations. You could, if you wanted to make it a little stiffer, I'd recommend putting in a really good cream cheese in there, but we just use the yogurt. It's really thick. Bruce puts in the lemon. You're gonna use this to sweeten it up a little bit.
Monk fruit, I've talked about this. This is a new sweetener we brought home. We don't use a whole lot of sweeteners, so probably this will be expired before we use it all. But the sweetener is made out of antioxidants, so it's a very unique sweetener. It does not offset any of your blood glucose. So if you're diabetic, it does not offset your triglyceride level. It does not stimulate your appetite, and it's an anti-inflammatory sugar. We've never heard this before.
So it's 23 times. Whoa, that's
so
sweet.
I put,
so no
I put
aftertaste, right?
6 drops into it.
Nice. So that's gonna let sit. It's gonna be amazing. So now in the meantime, this is gonna be ready to go in the oven. So we're gonna cook this for about 35 minutes. And you guys know all that old trick with the toothpick. So once it comes out, we're gonna test it. Coming out, and then you will watch us frost the cake. So with the magic of this cooking up, Bruce, do you wanna put the other one? All right.
All right.
So
voila.
35 minutes. We'll be right back. All right. So we are back. So our beautiful cakes are done. So they both came out of these lovely pans, and we flipped them over here. So you could, most people do a double layer cake. Recommend you do a double layer cake, you eat double as much. So just spread them out. So here we've got 2 cakes, so the opportunity to do 2 beautiful different things. So we're just gonna top one off. Bruce has his nice frost or topping.
And again, I just tasted it. Actually, it tastes delicious right now, but I prefer let it sit overnight. And dessert should not be with guilt. Dessert should be fresh with whole ingredients and should be part of lifestyle enjoyment. So, you know, everybody's different. I'm not too crazy on having a lot of, yes, I get it.
I like a lot of frosting.
Claudine likes a lot of frosting.
But it's good. But we're gonna top this off with blueberries. Lemon and blueberries go very well together. So it's a nice light summery dessert, but we, again, having some different variations. You could do a chocolate, just a vanilla cake, adding some vanilla in it, some peanut butter, some nuts. You could do all sorts of stuff. So we're gonna top off with our blueberries. Oh man.
And by the way, this is child approved. We'll tell you, we could tell you many stories, but we do know some friends that their kids are kind of very fussy, and it's child approved. But the difference is that they're eating something that has nutritional value, not empty calorie, and it's not taxing the immune system. So voila!
So there's our cake, olive oil cake. It might sound a little odd to say olive oil cake, but listen, any cake you have has different fats in it. So this one just has this beautiful
let's repeat this. Most of cake you have the bad fats into it.
The bad
Vegetable oil.
I was talking about butter.
Yeah.
Butter.
Yeah, butter is better also, yes.
So there you go. So we're going to share the recipe with you. Hopefully you can share it, make it, share your photos, all that good stuff. But we are going to enjoy this in about 2 minutes.
And I just want to repeat, I said butter is better. Butter is better at the bottom of the pan, but butter is a healthy fat, but olive oil, you can't compare it. So there you go. We're going to have a really nice piece of cake without the guilt. And until next time, don't forget to like and share. And please, we're doing these segments for you, so feel free to come and shop in our local market. We're a small business. We love your support. We love to have engagement with you. And most of all, we want to have your feedback. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks.